Stardate 49364. Captain Sisko, Odo, and the crew of the Defiant expose Admiral Layton's devious plot to overthrow the United Federation of Planets with a military dictatorship. This ensures that the Federation does not lose its core values with the looming Dominion threat. However, what would have occurred if Sisko had failed? What would the universe of Star Trek look like? Well, there is one thing here at the History Reloaded we know for sure. Whatever the long-term implications would be, the short-term would certainly be Civil War. In the episodes Homefront and Paradise Lost, Sisko and Odo unravel an attempted coup by Admiral Layton. We are going to theorize what would have happened if Sisko had not foiled Layton's attempts. This episode will have spoilers, so now you know. Alright, so Admiral Layton is successful and the Federation is under military dictatorship. Right off the bat, Layton makes one critical mistake. He allows Sisko to leave.
I don't think I can do that just now.
So what are you going to do? Keep me here forever?
You'll be free to go in a few days.
Let me guess. After the president's speech.
Sisko would have been allowed to leave after Layton had taken over Earth. This would turn out to be a critical mistake, as most likely the presidential administration would have left with him, or would have been rescued by him and then left. And then much of the UFP would relocate to DS9 under the protection of Sisko and Bajor. Bajor, having thrown off their own oppressors, would be open to allowing the emissary to protect the democratically elected Federation body. It's also plausible that the heroes of the Federation, including Jean-Luc Picard and others, would not agree to a hostile takeover. They would side with the UFP loyalists. DS9 would become the capital for the Federation in Exile body, and many planets would begin to side with Sisko. Admiral Layton would be forced to tighten ranks, and it's likely he would only be able to control the inner core of Federation space. He would most likely find himself with a hostile civilian populace and initially less ships than those under the UFP loyalists. As had been stated, the Starfleet dictatorship would almost certainly be facing civil strife within its own borders. Planets like Vulcan and even Earth would have to be pacified. This would require ships and troops to ensure stability. It would also mean that an already outgunned and outmanned Layton would begin to be pushed back across all of his borders. The acceleration of military technology would slow down the UFP loyalists, but not stop them. The Starfleet dictatorship would be slowly and surely dismantled until it found itself surrounded on all sides. Defeat for the Starfleet coup would almost have been assured. However, Admiral Layton would have found help from a changeling infiltrator within the Klingon ranks. The next time we revisit this scenario, the Klingons enter the war. Where the South wins the war would have drastically changed the world today.